Hello everyone, CrystalFissure here, and welcome to a better late than never Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time video, where we are here to briefly talk about the fourth and final mask, Akano, or considering that seems like it's a Japanese name, it'd technically be Akano, but I know that they're not going to be calling it that because of pronunciation and everything like that. That's just my inner weeb geeking out there. But this is, and I've heard other people say this, I am not the first to say this, with a shot like that we just saw, this might be one of the coolest levels I've ever seen in a Crash Bandicoot game. This is vast, like it's really big, it feels super 3D, like in that kind of good way, while still being, of course, very, very Crash Bandicoot style. I love these big, long, sprawling jumps. And just the mask in general, the ability. Some people have remarked, oh, it seems a little bit, simple to have it be essentially a big, basically a mega, spin, which you can obviously do in Crash 3, where you can, spin for a lot longer, and you can even do it in Crash 4, normally. But what is really cool is basically being able to use the jump to basically, get further. Like that, like see, he kind of like hops up, gets a bit of extra air. It's a really, really good idea. Like, it's a simple mechanic, but remember, you don't want to overcomplicate these mechanics. That's a huge thing. If you overcomplicate the mechanics, all of a sudden it doesn't really feel like Crash Bandicoot anymore. In this case, this to me objectively feels like Crash Bandicoot. The music, by the way, the soundtrack's done by a guy by the name of Walter Mair, an Austrian-born composer who has worked on a lot of stuff actually. I know that I'm looking at his Wikipedia and everything like that. He's worked on Killzone, some Splinter Cell games, some Total War games, and stuff like that. So yeah, he's fantastic, honestly. But this environment here is just amazing, and so is the music. The music feels so energetic, and there's all these instruments going on, and it's just really, really cool. But he has a style too. I can hear the similarities between this track and some of the other tracks, just in the, I guess, maybe the kind of scales he's using, and the way he kind of, recurring motifs. I think it's really, really good to see. Now, what world this is actually in, my guess is that it's some kind of not quite present day, but it's very bizarre. I don't even know the whole dimension thing. I'm not going to be talking about any of the plot stuff from the Game Informer article, because apparently it was very spoilerific, so I'm not going to really talk about that, because I think it has opening cutscene stuff, and I don't think we need to really know before the game is released. But going through this one more time, yeah, I cannot stress how much I really, really think they've done a splendid job with this. Because we're seeing such a variation in the level environments as well. This does not feel anything like Snow Way Out. In the Crash or Cortex section, it feels nothing like that. It feels nothing like the prehistoric level. So that's a huge thing for me. Is that these levels really do feel different. I kind of get a Crash 3 vibe from Gee Whiz kind of thing as well, but in just so much better. All the trees and stuff like that going on, and just everything that's going on, it's so plentiful. Now notice the bar on the top left there. You'll notice that he has now the player has 2 gems. And the third one, there's another divider, which means it looks like you have to get maybe 80% to get the third one. So they've changed that from what they had when I had the demo. You'll notice as well, Crash can now spin away some of these projectiles when he is using Akano. So that's really, really interesting. That means there's going to be a bit more, deflecting combat sort of stuff. I'm sure it's going to get very, very difficult. But it's, I'm gonna wrap it up here, because I'm just going to end up repeating myself and say that this is the coolest thing ever. This is so great. This is awesome. But yeah, really enjoyed this. Really cannot wait. I was going to say cannot wait for Crash 4. I absolutely cannot wait for Crash 4. And I'm going to leave this video here with a nice big clip of the game again, repeating, but this time, if you just want to listen to the music, check it out. Thanks guys for watching. See you later.